Hey. Hey, Chucky. It's me, buddy. You wanna play? I thought you did. Hey, you're not looking too good. Child's Play is a 2019 horror/slasher film directed by Lars Klevberg, the creative guy behind Polaroid from a few years back, and was written by Tyler Burton Smith. And it is technically a remake of the 1988 horror classic Child's Play. And it, again, tells the story of an evil doll named Chucky trying to kill a young boy, Andy, and his family/friends. So, going into Child's Play, I was at first hesitant, then very excited for this film. I'm a big fan of the original span. Chucky is a character I've always gravitated towards in the horror genre, and I've always loved the classic version of Chucky, an evil serial killer, Charles Lee Ray, who gets his soul put into a good guy doll. When they were advertising the remake, I wasn't so sure about having it in other hands outside of the original cast and crew, but I figured I'd give it a chance, and with a lot of the advertising for the film and the fact that Mark Hamill was going to be voicing the character of Chucky, I got pretty excited. And overall, this movie is very, very good. It's not great, it's not excellent, but it's very good. And I think if you're looking for a well-made horror film in 2019, this is a great one to watch. It is rated R, so it does have a lot of violence in it, and it's actually more gory than I imagined, but it does harken back to what Child's Play is about. An innocent story, starting with, a child being compared to a doll, and then seeing how evil can kind of corrupt. But in this film, Chucky is not a serial killer at all. He is actually just a robotic doll, a buddy doll from the Caslin Corporation, and he is corrupted by a factory worker who has lost motivation to continue, I shall say, and he reprograms the doll and takes off the safety features, and it ends up in the hands of Andy's mom, who's played by Audrey Plaza, one of those two. Sorry if I butchered your name. But she does a great job in this film, as well as the actor who plays Andy, who is Gabriel Bateman. And they have to work at figuring out how Chucky will fit in this home, and you start to see how Chucky becomes evil throughout the film. He starts off very innocent, but he starts to learn about good and evil, and about hurting, and about caring. It's a very interesting concept, and I love those beats in the film. Those are the most important parts of this movie to me, and the parts I like the best. The first half of the movie, where Chucky is learning and adapting to his environment, and noticing things that are rather disturbing. And speaking of disturbing, may I say that the animatronics used in this film are creepy. If you've ever heard of the Uncanny Valley, you'll know that robots and mannequins and dolls can be quite unsettling, and that's certainly true in this film, so I have to give an applause to this movie for doing just that. When the movie starts to get into more of the slasher components, more of, Chucky murdering people, you begin to see little cracks in the story where they want to be like the original Child's Play, but they don't quite have the merits to do so. There's no reason for Chucky to have a very insane personality or to have creative kills, but they do it anyways, and I feel like that's the biggest weakness in the movie. In the original films, he is a serial killer, so he has motivation, he's evil. But in this film, Chucky's nothing more than a programmed robot, and therefore when he acts malicious on purpose, it seems out of character for what they're going for. But overall, I did like the story. I did like how they included technology that we're familiar with today, with things like Alexa from Amazon, and self-driving cars, and Uber, and drones, and all of that kind of stuff. It combines into a nice package with Child's Play. And overall, I would have to say if you like horror films and if you're a fan of the Chucky legacy, to see him back on screen is pretty fantastic. And overall, I'm going to give Child's Play a 3.5 out of 5 skulls on the R.I.P. Reviews rating scale. Is this movie perfect? No, there are certainly some flaws here and there, but if you want to see a creepy doll movie where an innocent child's plaything becomes somewhat of a murderous monster by the end, you will certainly enjoy this film. And I hope if we get sequels or spin-offs of this continuity of Child's Play, maybe we will learn more about the Buddy doll and more about the Caslin Corporation, because those things were mysterious, and I liked that. And the advertising worked well on making this film mysterious, and it surprised me a few times, so I have to give it credit where credit is due. Let me know in the comments, did you enjoy the new Child's Play? And as always, remember, for all things Halloween, this is Hauntformer.